Another week, another episode. Thank you for joining us here at The Better Half. Of course, I'm Larry, and on my half of the show is the single half.
And I'm Frank, and I'm the better half. I know, I'm the married half.
We need to rehearse this next time.
No, I thought we did okay.
That was good?
You were a little long.
I know.
That's all right.
That's what I got to do.
That's what she said. Anyway, what's up, people? Thank you for coming back to the better half, and thank you for the feedback.
Yeah, we're getting good feedback.
Good feedback and lots of downloads and lots of listens, and this is making me very happy in my happy place. I mean, Larry's the numbers guy. He's been doing. Well, I've been doing the monitoring of the.
Yeah, I didn't even know you can monitor. I'm kind of the tech part of all of this, and even with the retro gamers. So I upload the show on. I use a website called Spreaker, and I didn't realize Frank starts texting me like numbers like every 15 or 20 minutes with the play numbers, and I didn't even know he had access to
10
this.
plays, 12 plays, 16 plays.
Honestly, I'm like, do you have my password? How did you? I didn't realize it was public knowledge.
Well, the link you sent me, I had how many downloads and how many, and I am a psycho, and I was checking. I was refreshing, and I'm just a stats loser. I just can't help it.
You unhealthily checked it way too many times, even more than I was checking it.
Yeah, I have
I
problems.
don't check it actually.
I have problems. I don't want to do my job anymore. I want this to be successful, and I want to eventually get a sponsor and make money and not have to deliver mail.
And then we can do this live at the Carnegie Hall.
We can have a studio.
Carnegie Hall.
You just can't speak tonight.
No, I can't. It's a rough night.
Siblings. Syphilis.
In Ocean City, Maryland, and we've both separately been to Ocean City, Maryland.
Two completely different vacations.
Oh, totally. So, me and my cousins, we go to the bar, Purple Moose. Awesome place.
Yeah, don't know about that.
No, you never been? Oh, you gotta go.
I did mini golf with the kids, arcades.
I'd go mini golf. Yeah, but at the near like the end of the boardwalk is all the bars and everything.
I know. I've driven past it.
Oh, you
as we went for ice cream.
Oh, some of the ice cream places down there are awesome.
Two different vacations.
There's an ice place that sells the ices, like the flavor ices.
I just know about the fractured prune.
That was the best discovery that we ever made. Well, you ever made, and then forwarded to us.
Yes.
Spent way too much time online.
Yeah, I'm diabetic now because of that place.
Honestly, right? So, what was I talking about?
The Purple Moose.
Purple Moose. So, because so we're in there, and the Purple Moose has electronic horse racing that you just go bet on, just whatever it is. But so I'm sitting there, and I just got in. I haven't had a stitch of alcohol all night, and I'm like,
shocking.
I'm gonna put my money on applesauce. And my cousin Eric.
That's the horse.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my cousin Eric, he's like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "I'm gonna go put some money on applesauce, like $5, because it's not major betting." So I go to the front.
This is electric horse.
Yeah, electronic.
Okay.
Kind of like the Quick Draw.
Okay,
out here in New York. So I go to the front and I go to put money down, and I'm $5 on applesauce. And the lady's like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, I want to put money down on this horse. She's like, it's not racing. I'm like, I just saw it on the screen. What are you talking about? So and when I'm not drinking, I'm not very confrontational. So I go back to the bar and I go to Eric. I'm like, she won't take my money. And he goes, well, there's a problem because it's not applesauce. It's applause. This was before I started drinking.
See, I thought you were going to say that you were reading the menu. And that was a side dish. Oh, that horse's name is Brisket.
And I was like, I could have sworn it was.
And you were sober.
Sober. That night, though, was probably the worst night of my life.
Well, I'm sure there's been a few worse nights of your life. I've seen you drunk many times.
Ooh, not like this.
We'll talk about the New Year's Eve party in another episode. Or was it your cousin's wedding? We'll talk about that in another episode.
I'm tired of talking about the cousin's wedding.
Well,
we will talk about
our
it.
listeners don't know about it yet. Some of them.
True.
I have a few good stories myself. Some dating and marriage related. Some postal related, we could eventually get into that. That's a whole nother topic.
How is that possible?
But anyway, just going on the staying on the topic of feedback, we did receive some nice compliments, and I actually got a few sudden interruption. Oh, out of
That is
nowhere.
early. Okay.
Yeah, early one. Okay, so this is a good one.
Okay.
Best pizza topping.
It almost depends on which pizza place, because every pizza place has its own good topping, but just across the board, meatball.
I could accept that.
Okay.
Okay.
I was gonna go pepperoni next, but meatball.
I see pepperoni to me is too greasy.
See, that's what I like about it.
I like garlic,
Mhm.
chopped garlic.
Ooh, I never thought of that.
Oh yeah. Or meatball. I like
Okay.
meatball too. Okay,
Yeah.
getting back to our thing. Sudden interruption.
No, I like. Hey, listen, you don't have to explain
Okay.
it to me.
So, like I said, we got some feedback, and I actually wanted to read one of the. It wasn't really an email; it was more of a direct message.
Okay.
From a high school buddy of mine who was
wow.
home from work one day and decided to listen to the podcast. He loved it. He said it was hysterical, but he had a few. He had some criticism. Not criticism. Some positive.
Am I going to meet this guy on the street somewhere? It's
That's
constructive.
not gonna-
It's
constructive
of course.
criticism. So Rosario from Brooklyn, what's up, Rosie? I told you I'd give you a shout out.
Was.
Basically, he's a married guy. He's got a couple of kids, and he's curious as to being a married guy now, what the single scene is like, what the dating scene is like. So, give it a couple minutes. Maybe you could tell us, Larry, what the current dating situation is now, whether it's more social media aspect of it, or just like we used to go back in the day, hit bars, hit clubs. Sometimes we'd meet people through mutual friends or parties. My wife and I were a blind date.
Mm-hmm.
So just in a nutshell, I know there's a lot of new apps that you youngsters use, even though you're not that much younger than me. But
And I'm not a youngster at all.
But I don't know any of these new dating apps, but I did use online dating back in the day. So why don't you give us a little?
I mean, I feel like not even from a personal perspective, but just generally speaking, it's all moved. Everything's moved to online, and that I feel like that social interaction of being at a bar or meeting someone on the street or at work or through a friend or something like that, I think is almost passé. Because I know a lot of people, a handful of couples who are married now who all met online. And this is within the last, I'll say 5 years,
Right.
give or take. I've tried the online thing. So which one was it? Match.com. So Match.com is a subscription based, and sometimes they have those free weekends or whatever, or free
Right.
weeks. So I signed up for a subscription. It was 1 month, and really wasn't going anywhere. I forget what they call it on Match, whether it's a like or a wink or a poke or I don't know what it is. But anyway, I did a something to somebody.
Poke.
Honestly, so intervening. And didn't get a response or anything. So my subscription went away, and I was like, whatever. 2 days after my subscription expired, I got a response, whether it's a wink or a poke or something. So I was like, oh, okay. And I go on, and the profile was fairly an attractive profile. And it was one of these weekends where we can exchange messages, like
Okay.
emails. So I wrote, I'm not getting this right. So probably just something along the lines of, hey, what's, how you doing? Like your profile. I'm just kind of riffing here. She wrote back something that I couldn't see because I needed to subscribe
You
again.
need to subscribe.
Yeah. But she kept sending those winks or whatever. So I'm like, all right, you know what? Let me give this another shot. I'll give it another month, which is $30 a pop or something at the time.
Now, let me interrupt.
Yeah.
Was your
Is it a
initial,
regular interruption?
regular interruption? Was your initial response going, is this just a scam to get you to
No.
to resubscribe
No.
for another month?
Nah, I didn't think so because Match.com is a big enough website. I didn't think they'd be doing that.
Okay.
So I sign up again, subscribe. So then I'm able to see the message, and basically the message was, because I guess she didn't realize that I wasn't a subscriber. She goes, hey, maybe enough with the back and forth with the winks and everything. Maybe we can actually talk. So I wrote back, oh, that'd be great. I would love to talk. And she was very attractive. I just remember her being attractive. I don't remember specifics.
Okay.
Then she wrote, she wrote back, hey, does food make you horny?
She should have messaged me.
And, no, she was on the right track. Let's face facts. And that may not be an exact quote, but it was very close to it. I don't think I respond. No, I may have responded. I may have responded depends, but then I just kind of left it because
Are you kidding me? I would have just responded just to figure out what was going on.
I'm like, that's when I'm like, did Match just try and woo me into another month? But then again, why would they be like, hey, food makes me horny. What do you think about that?
This is why we need to take an improv class, because this is what I do. When I get a wrong number, I keep it going. Larry, you missed an opportunity here.
Now, this was a few years ago. I was just frustrated. Like, I didn't want to deal with it.
I get it. But still, from this point on, from this point on, stuff like that happens. It could be internet gold. You've seen all the text messages to the wrong people, and the trolling. Hey, it's called trolling now, I guess. But all right. That's all right. Well, so you tried the online dating. You tried the apps. I can't even call it online dating because when I online dated, I was at a desktop computer. Now everything's on your phone.
Yeah, exactly.
With an app. But all right. Well, we'll discuss that more later. We could actually devote probably a whole episode to that.
A couple of good ones where I stuck my foot in my mouth at a bar. So that's
we've all done that. So, but we want to also we got to as you go out on the the dating circuit, being our single guy, we'll discuss more of the single adventures of Larry. But the big question that Rosario from Brooklyn had was we touched on it in episode 1. You said you were single by choice, and we never really got into
sudden interruption.
No,
because I can't forget this. Because you're on track, but I'll forget this. If you were out on a date and you went for you a Rangers game.
Okay.
All right. Because for me, it was a wrestling show. But for you, Rangers game. And it's like third period, tie game. It's like near the end of the season. It's borderline the Rangers going into the playoffs.
Okay.
And all of a sudden your date goes, I want to go home.
And there's like 4 minutes left of the game.
Yeah, it's getting down to the wire.
Rangers win, they're in. Rangers.
Yeah, like 4 minutes left, but in reality,
Rangers lose, they're out.
Yeah, but like 4 minutes in a hockey game is like 12.
12, yeah.
12 to 15 minutes.
Is this a first date? Or I wouldn't take it.
No, not a first date, but it's young. It's young in the relationship.
Has coitus already happened in this relationship? These are important things.
No, I didn't think of that part. That was shame on me. Let's say yes. Let's face facts. At this point, yes.
Oh, we're staying for the game. We're staying.
Even if she puts up a fight.
She could put up a fight you go to the lobby and I'll meet you there after the game's over.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Just check. No, I'm on your side on this one. Trust me.
All right. Because no, screw her.
Because mine was like
at the very worst, I'm not getting any that night, and it's going to be a long, annoying ride home. It's going to be worse if they lose. If they win, I'm not really going to care. I'm like, okay, blah blah blah. You're mad. Okay, let's go get coffee and ice cream. You'll be happy. I'm not. No, I don't care.
Okay.
Yeah. So as I was saying, getting back to our show, getting back to the shoe.
Back to the shoe.
Single by choice. You mentioned you were single by choice. Can you elaborate what you mean by single by choice, or how you're single by choice?
There's a reason why we're doing this podcast, and there's a reason why I've come to the conclusion that I am going to be very happy if I stay a bachelor for the rest of my life. And that very reason has to do with my co-host, mostly.
blame me.
Oh, I will. No, totally. Actually, not necessarily maybe you, but how can I say this very gently?
All of our friends and their kids.
Yep, your kids, our friends, our kids.
Okay, your chair is very squeaky.
I know, it's been squeaky this whole time. I can't help it.
Go on.
So let's give the story as to how I decided to be a bachelor for life.
Wait. How you decided to be a bachelor? Let's rephrase that. You were destined to be a bachelor.
I wouldn't say destined. Wait a minute. How dare you?
Listen, I'm your friend. I love you, and I'm being honest with you. I put that road trip put the final nail in the coffin, but I don't really think you had much of a choice, Larry.
Wow, that hurt. I mean,
it doesn't hurt.
It hurts a little bit.
No, it doesn't.
Maybe not so much. I mean, look, don't get me wrong. I hope one day to find, the future Mrs. X, Larry Mormon, and I one day if it happens, it happens.
It will happen. I'm confident it will happen. It might not happen soon because, well, you don't want it to right now. But it will happen. Let's just tell the story.
Well, here's what led to the conversation of my parents when I broke the news that they were never getting grandkids or an in-law, and I am an only child, by the way. So, all right. So let's go back a few years. Boy, how old is his kid now?
His kid is 5.
Okay, Sam.
No, it was. You're an ass. Okay, so now you opened up a whole other can of worms there. We have another mutual friend who will name nameless.
Let's try that again.
And for years he had a son, and for some reason or other, I was invited to the kid's first birthday party. Was it the first birthday party? Don't know why. So, yeah. I think I was kind of an add-on, but I had no idea what his son's name was. And I was with Larry, and we were going to the party, and I'm like, wow, it's crazy. I can't believe Sam's going to be a year old already. And he's like, who's Sam? I'm like, Sam, the kid's party we're going to. He's like, his name's not Sam, and we'll change his name. So-and-so. We'll change the name to Timothy, just because I don't want to insult these people if they ever listen to it, because they're very nice people. But for years it maybe it wasn't his first birthday party. It was definitely.
It was it was late. It was definitely later on.
Yeah, and I called this kid probably to his face. A couple of times I called him Sam. I don't know where it came from. I don't even, honestly, I'm thinking right now, and I can't even remember his real name right now. So the running gag for me and Larry is that Sam. His name is Sam. How's Sam doing?
Every kid on the planet is Sam.
Sam. So, okay, I digress.
Not Sam.
Sam.
We were going to the birthday party.
We were going to our friend Anthony's son's birthday party.
First birthday. So, I'm out on the island. Frank's out on the island. This birthday party was in
Brooklyn.
Bay Ridge. Yeah.
Bay Ridge, Brooklyn.
So Frank was kind enough to be like, hey, Larry, do you want to ride in? And you know what? I didn't want to do the drive because parking over there is a horror show. So I was like, you know what? I'll take the ride. Not a problem. Of course, after I said that, then I had to think to myself, wait a minute. He's going to have 2 kids in the car.
No, Joey wasn't born.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, you're right, because they're the same age.
Yep.
Right? Joey was a newborn.
Yep.
He was 1.
Oh, yeah.
He was 1.
So now it was more just trying to figure out if we can all fit in the car. It was just a lot of people.
Right.
So
I have a crossover.
Yeah. At the
as
time?
a good yeah, we had this.
Okay.
Yeah, I was a good suburbanite. I have the typical "My Life Is Over" Honda crossover,
pretty much.
And so 2 adults, 2 car seats, and Larry.
3 adults.
3 adults. Well, I said 2 adults, 2
Oh.
car seats, and Larry.
I missed that. So all right, so we're on our way in.
Killed my joke. No. Sound effects. No.
Now was the big pullover meltdown on the way in or on the way back? Oh, it started on the way in.
It started on the way in. My daughter, for some reason, got
sick.
A little car sick.
Yeah.
But not like she didn't throw up, but she just felt nauseous.
Yeah.
And we were stuck in a ton of traffic.
Oh, the horrible traffic. Bell Parkway sucks.
It was under construction, ton of traffic. We weren't late yet, but we were getting. It was getting nuts because I hate traffic and I get a little nuts in traffic. And I don't remember if you were sitting. Were you sitting next to me?
I was in front. Yeah, there was no way I was sitting in the back with the kids.
Right. So my wife and the 2 kids are in the back, and we're stop and go traffic. We get there.
Finally get there. All right, so we're going down into the party, and so if I can paint a picture for you. Walk down the stairs to the basement of this, not basement, but the lower level of this party
Catering hall.
And open the doors, and you can hear the noise. You can't tell what it is, but you just hear muffled noise from the other side of the door. I'm like, all right, I know these people, all friends for long periods of time.
Single guy at a kid's first birthday party.
So, and one of my best friends and my roommate, a one-time roommate. So I open the door. Now, allow me. It was like I was waiting for like Gozer or someone to come out and just take my soul. I open the door, and now I see all my friends chasing around all their kids. There's crying. There's screaming. There's yelling. There is chaos.
And then my daughter throws up.
Then she finally threw up. I was in that room for a good 30 seconds. I looked around, and that's when I said to myself, in all honesty, with all sincerity, there is no way I want to deal with this at all. That is on a selfish level. That is on a monetary level, because I don't want to be paying for college later in life.
I think there was actually someone's child was getting. I don't want to say beaten, but there was definitely
disciplined.
There was definitely some sort of
there was definitely some
disciplining.
On. I mean, there was just chaos ensued, and I think I called my mom right then and there. I was like, "Look, I got news for you. You're not going to have any grandkids. I'll explain why later." And it just, I just don't, I don't know how parents, and I'm not questioning anyone's love for their kids. It's not that, but I just don't understand how for the first. I don't know. How old are they when they finally get self-sufficient? Like 6?
Well, today's children, probably 36. Bunch of snowflakes. Sorry, I got personal there. Self-sufficient, what do you mean?
I don't know, where like they're pooping on their own and they're eating on their own and you don't have to necessarily watch them 24/7. Well, the first birthday is just really a celebration.
I would say about 6 or 7 is when, if they're not wiping their own butt at 6,
yeah.
You could smack them upside the head and say, "Hey, get with the program."
That's a little tough. Because the fact that the first day you never go back to sleep is the day they're born, and the first day you finally get a good night's sleep is probably when they're teenagers. No, right before teenagers, probably. Oh, you don't. There is no such thing as sleep anymore. A full night's sleep. No. I need a full night's sleep.
A friend of mine I work with, both of his sons are cops. He doesn't sleep.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. But now we're getting.
Well, he didn't sleep when they were.
I understand. But what I'm saying is, okay, fine. No, let's count that. I want my sleep. I don't want to have to worry about anyone else but me. And these kids, when they were running around, and you just watching you trying to corral your kids.
Well, I had to corral.
Well, one was in mobile because he was in his.
So my wife takes the 1-year-old right out. And
wait, hold on. We were there for what? 15 minutes?
6 minutes. But food was being served, and I was eating.
Yeah, you were.
So, no, I actually had my son. My wife takes my daughter into the bathroom to get away from all the other kids because obviously we don't want to get anyone else sick.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, all right. I go and I quickly get my son, like a chicken nugget, and I make myself a plate because in my back of my head I'm going, we're going home.
And I did not know this.
And I got to eat because I already gave a gift. And I'm eating. And I know the place had good food. So I made myself a plate. I'm not going to lie. I don't even know if my wife to this day knows that I actually scoffed an entire plate of food by the time she got out of the bathroom with my daughter. She comes out. I look at her. She gives me the look going, yeah, we're going. Because she threw up again. So my daughter was sick. She had some sort of virus. So I look at Larry. I go, we're going. You have to come with us.
And I have no choice.
I'm your ride. So you better eat real quick.
So like the children, I was whisked away into the car.
You were my third child.
Yeah, pretty much.
And back on the Bell Parkway, back in traffic. Now, this section of the Bell Parkway we were on, there was no shoulder on each side. They were doing construction. And I told my daughter, if you need to throw up again, you have to tell us so I could pull over nowhere in the right lane, I guess, because there's literally no shoulder, bumper to bumper traffic, and I'm apologizing to Larry the whole way home. Sorry, I felt bad that he had to leave the party, you know, but he's like, no, good sport that Larry is. No, you helped me make an important life decision. This is an actual conversation in the car.
Oh, big time.
And I'm laughing, and my wife is laughing, and then my daughter goes, I gotta throw up. Now I look. I have zero options. And I'm like, hold on. I cut someone off, and I get to, there is a literally, I would say, a parking spot's worth of space on the shoulder filled with weeds, garbage, and
totally.
that like plastic barrel that like, you know. That,
the protective barrels?
Yes, that the guy in the Jaguar and Speed smashed into.
Yes.
Another movie reference. And I literally, I think my bumper hit that. I literally rushed out into traffic.
You were doing the whole, like, you're yelling and screaming, not at your kid, but just anyone you're talking to, you're yelling and screaming.
Exactly.
Because you're trying to
Like
control
when you're
the situation that's
looking for an address, you lower
uncontrollable.
the radio. Why? I don't know. I was just yelling. I was trying to be calm dad, and then I got her out of the car just in the nick of time. She threw up on the side of the Bell Parkway again, and she's crying as kids do because and I happen to glance up and I look in the front seat of the car, and Larry is just staring straight ahead. He has
Devoid
of
any emotion.
There's literally no look on his face. It was like the kid without a mouth from Twilight Zone. The sister. It was just like staring straight ahead, and in my part of my brain was like, I feel bad, but in the same breath, he never has to go through this. So it was a very torn moment. We got back in the car. We got home. I dropped Larry off first. I got home, and as kids do, after a little rest, she's like, "Can I have ice cream?" And I'm like, I'm glad I ate. And my wife's like, we eat? And I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm good. I called Larry later that day and I apologized to him. And he was like, no, I'm good. Don't worry. I'm as good as I could possibly be. I didn't know why until the next time we sat down together and hung out that I'm the reason that Beth will never have grandchildren.
It is...
Well, I'm part of the reason.
It is just the freedom that I enjoy. It's all, for me, it is all selfishness. I don't want to spend my money on a kid to play with toys that I want to play with for him to ruin. Because they ruin everything. No, kids break stuff.
No, they don't ruin everything. You're talking material items.
Yeah, sure.
Because they don't ruin everything. Kids are the greatest thing in the world. I love my kids.
I'm not questioning your love for kids. For your kids.
They're great.
I'm talking about kids as an institution.
Okay, I get your point. But don't you ever want to see a little Larry, rolling around?
Not
Daddy.
Really. Have you seen what I look like growing up? I'm not going to subject that poor kid to such ridicule.
Well, you might marry someone who has nice genes.
I hope so.
Mean, you're a lost cause, but I mean, other than that, no, I kid. I love Larry like a brother. An adopted brother, but a brother nonetheless.
That's why I'm going to the gym after this.
Right. Jim's Deli.
Oh, how dare you.
Can I come? Because I'm looking at the clock right now, and I know at my house, it's just about bedtime. So I want to stretch this out just a little bit more so I don't have to put any kids to bed. So when I get home...
Is the struggle real for putting kids to bed?
Well, we flip-flop.
Oh,
2 kids, 2 parents. So tonight I'll have my son. Tomorrow I'll have my daughter. Right? We'll flip-flop. But...
You know what I do at bedtime? I go to bed.
Yeah, well... You have the life, I guess, Larry. I guess you're just the winner chicken dinner. Sudden interruption.
Oh, boy.
When was the last time you had sex?
Ouch.
Nah, that's bad. No.
Longer than I can remember.
No, that's Tuesday.
With myself?
No, me. No, I had. Mine was Tuesday. Answer not with you. You.
What?
What?
No, I meant no.
Nah, don't even have to answer. It's all right. Yeah, well, that's the positive. Does anybody snore next to you when you sleep?
No, and thankfully, I don't hear myself.
Yeah, that's nice. That must be nice. You know what my kid did the other day? When I had to get up for work, 3 o'clock in the morning, my son had a nightmare.
Ooh.
And would not go back to bed. Got to the point where I had to get back to sleep because I have a very physical, demanding job and I need my rest.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was about 2 in the morning. 3 o'clock in the morning, I feel little feet on me. He's crawling into bed with us, and I'm just so tired that I'm like, normally we don't do that.
Yeah.
You know what it's like having a 5-year-old in bed with you.
Sure. Terrible.
All right, Uncle Larry.
Terrible.
Hey,
what you doing over there?
Got my pencil. So he goes and he snuggles up against my wife, and I'm pretty much hanging off the bed right now. But I fall asleep. He tells me the next day, he goes, Daddy, I had a very bad dream in my bed. There was bugs, and they were all over me.
Ooh, what?
Yeah.
Was he tripping?
Oh, he's creep. He's a creep.
Wow.
He's a creepy child.
That's weird.
Then he goes, but I had the best dreams in your bed.
Whoa.
I go, yeah, it's not happening. You're not getting back in my bed. You're going back in your bed tonight. See, these are things Larry doesn't have to worry about.
I mean, I wish I had someone in my bed, but...
Well, there's websites for that.
My credit card's maxed out.
Well, so was mine, but for the right reasons. But yeah, so that was a good story, Larry. That was
it. That's what started this whole thing.
Wow, what is this?
What do you wear? That's
No, I'm just looking at your awesome recliner here that has like cup holders and
honestly, the couch plugs into the wall.
the couch plugs into the wall. I don't have any of this. I need this for the basement.
This couch rules.
Yeah, well,
Especially because of the AC plug that's underneath my wrestling
air
championship
conditioning?
belt, which is probably one of the
Air
reasons why I'm
conditioning?
still. No,
AC
what?
AC
What'd I
is
say?
air conditioning to me.
AC outlet.
Oh, I thought you meant AC like air
The air
conditioning.
conditioning's up there.
Yeah, I know. Very good.
If you move the championship
Crap.
belt, that is a ring used professional wrestling championship
This
belt.
is a ring.
That was ring used.
It's plastic.
I'm not saying WWE.
Oh,
But it's ring
what,
used.
What ring?
I don't remember the promotion, but some independent
The
promotion.
Johnson Street backyard
no,
ring?
that is a very good belt.
How much did you pay for it?
Don't worry about that.
Over 100.
Do not worry about that.
What wrestling league is this from?
It's not from any particular league.
You know what this is right here? This is my electric bill. Whatever you paid for this. A month. That's what this is. This disgusts me.
Don't even look in my bedroom then for the rest of the belts.
That belt? Where is it? Where's
one
other
over here, the Hogan
yes,
one?
that one? That's probably my cable bill once a month.
This I can tell you right now. This is a ultra deluxe special edition belt that I got signed by Hulk Hogan. For you wrestling fans out there, it is the classic winged belt used between WrestleMania 4 and WrestleMania 14. The belt, the autograph was
All right,
$180.
all right.
The
Okay,
belt
I've
was
had enough of
$600.
I have enough. That's $600.
$600 for that belt.
My first car was $400.
Okay, my belt was $600.
All right.
So add the autograph, $750.
Ladies, he is available. I'm just saying.
Swipe
he's a
right.
sweetheart.
Swipe right or swipe left?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Tinder.
I'm married.
What are you on, Grindr?
Yes, no. Just that 1 week. I know what these websites are. Okay. I'm sorry. Not even websites. They're apps. Okay. I know they're apps. I'm not on them. Okay. So
Okay,
I
no
did
problem.
online dating
Look.
back in the day.
I tried it. You know what happened when I tried online dating? Blind girl.
Wow.
And that
Technically a blind date.
is the God honest truth.
See, I asked for what was it called? Not OkCupid. Cupid.
Plenty of fish.
CupidJunction.com, I think it
Sure.
was called. One of the very first ones. I think back in the old AOL days.
Ooh.
And
Web
I
chat rooms.
remember meeting the
List
girl
me.
in Long Beach, Long Island, and I specifically asked for a non-smoker, no children.
Okay. Oh no.
Oh yes.
That how long? What? So this was a while ago. Okay.
This was.
I mean, obviously it was a while ago. But
I lived at home.
It's 11 years ago.
So
No, I'm kidding.
this was over 15 years ago. It's probably
Okay.
about maybe. Let's see. I'm 43 now, so I was probably about 25, 26
okay.
years old.
Fair enough.
I drive out to Long Island. She gives me her address. I don't know. If, this is just such a good story. I have to tell it. It's once it's out. And I a guy opens the door.
No. Oh
Yes.
no.
A guy opens up the door, and there's a 3 or 4 year old kid running around.
Even worse. Tell me it was the kid who put up the thing.
And I'm like, yeah, I'm here to meet whatever her name was. Oh yeah, she'll be right there. She'll be right there. Are you Frank? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, all right. So in my head, I'm doing okay. She got a roommate. Okay, maybe that's his nephew or the niece. I don't remember what the kid was at the time, but so I sit down on the couch, and she comes out, and she's smoking a cigarette. So she's like, "Oh, I'll be ready in like 2 minutes." I was like, "This is my ex-husband, Tom." And I'm like, "Hi."
Hello there.
He goes, "Oh yeah, this is our daughter or son. I don't remember what it was. It was a child." And I was like, "I got to get the fuck out of here." But now what do I do? She wasn't bad looking,
Mhm.
you know.
Okay.
But now you know me, my cars are immaculate.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, all right. So she's got a kid, and she smokes, and she lives with her ex-husband. So this is going well. Now, of course, this is before the Google era.
Yeah.
I actually, well, no, there was Yahoo, I guess, whatever. But the
Yeah.
interwebs, AOL.
It wasn't that
search
strong.
engine. I looked on and I found a restaurant in the area that I thought was pretty good. There was no Yelp or anything, so it was
You weren't posting.
no. I think I went to the local chat room to find
Ah.
out anything about. Oh yeah, good times. You kids don't know
There
the
you go.
struggle.
F4M.
You're such a dirtbag.
List me.
I don't know what that means. Yes, I do.
You've got mail. You've got
Okay,
you've got
stop
mail.
it. Stop it. So yeah, so I take it to the restaurant. Oh, on the way to the restaurant, she's like, "Oh, you mind if I smoke?" I go, and I'm thinking, "Oh, she's gonna burn a hole in my
Totally.
interior."
On purpose.
No, just because she's a smoker and they don't care, and I don't want that smell in my car because I was, the typical Guido. I had about 47 vanilla Roma air fresheners in the car, and I'm like, "Nah, not really. We'll be there in about 2 minutes. Don't worry." And I get there, and it was a Japanese restaurant.
Okay.
And at the hibachi, she lights up another cigarette. And I'm like, and I'm finding out that she lives with her ex. They are recently separated, not
Oh,
divorced,
wow.
not even divorced.
Okay.
And I'm like, he's okay with that. I'm like, yeah, it's funny because I actually asked the website. It's so weird. I mean, it's a non-smoker without kids, and you got both. I was like this. I was like.
he was probably getting the room ready back at home.
So I sucked it up. I paid for the dinner. I dropped her off, and that was my last online date. Yeah.
Yeah, online. I mean, look, my
So-
cousin got married on, from an online dating.
In
so
that
it
regard,
works.
I don't miss that. So marriage wins.
Fair enough. Yes, that playing the field would suck.
Yeah, I don't. I can't even imagine the dating.
Especially nowadays.
The dating. I guess
I don't even bother doing it.
atmosphere
Yeah.
that's out there right now, especially with all the websites and all the, oh, I'm going on a blind date. Well, now I could completely search out your history and find out everything. There's a lot of pressure, but I mean, I kind of like. I met my wife. We were a blind date.
Oh, really?
Yes, we were a blind date. We were set up by somebody that I went to elementary school with and
Wow.
that she worked with.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Funny thing is, I was actually trying to help organize a reunion, and I ended up calling this girl who apparently I bullied.
Shocking.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I bullied her in elementary school to the point where I found out through phone calls with her that she went home crying a lot, and I felt horrible because I didn't really remember it. But in the middle of this conversation with her, she basically gave me a sudden interruption and said, "I have a girl for you." So right away, my defenses go like DEFCON down to DEFCON 1, and I'm like, okay, this is an episode of Maury, or it's like or she's
Catfish.
setting me up with like a transsexual.
There you
go. Is that the right terminology these days?
I think it's he, she.
No, I think that's not the right terminology.
Oh,
transgendered.
Oh.
Anyway, I'm thinking this is a setup.
Yeah.
So she's like, no. I know you, and this girl is perfect for you, and. I'm like, you know me. I go, the last time I saw you, I was 14 or 15 years old. I go, how do you? She's like, I know you haven't changed. I go, well, that's not good either. I was like, because I'm 25. I was 29 at the time, and I was like, I'm 29 years old right now. I said, if you still think I act like a 14-year-old, then that's not good for this girl. So, and I found out on the other end later on that she told which is now my wife, that she goes, I have a guy for you, and I think my wife's in a field of work. She was trying to scout this girl I went to elementary school with, and she's like, if I go out on a date with this guy, you have to come interview with me. So she did, and we went on a date, and
Que sera, sera.
Que sera, sera. All these years, almost 10 years later, I'm married with 2 kids, and I have a mortgage.
Yes, you are. You know what? I pay rent, and utilities not included.
You know what the great thing about paying rent is? Renting an apartment is?
Utilities are included.
Oh, yeah,
Legally
that door
speaking.
broke. All right, I guess I'll fix it. You know what about owning a home is? Honey, the door's broken. I got to fix it. Like, we could just prop it up against the wall. Yeah, we don't have to fix it right now. Well, let's see. Look, it's either kids get new sneakers, or we fix that door. I'm just gonna put some tape on it.
On the sneakers or on the door?
Both. You're not gonna put tape on that. Yes, it's fine. It's duct tape.
Duct tape.
You are not putting tape on that. It's a new piece of furniture. Well, it's a crappy piece of furniture because it never needs broken. It's already broken.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Well, it's broken. It needs fixing.
Exactly.
Well, that's another one. Chalk that up.
Yeah, well. All right. So anything else you want to add to this?
No, that's pretty much what led to, and who knew that little itty-bitty seed so many years ago would now lead to where we are here right now.
Yeah, it's just it's a.
You don't want to go home, do you?
No, I'm going to.
Keep checking the clock to make sure.
No. I know my son's probably asleep by now, but my daughter doesn't like to sleep, so she'll probably be up for another half an hour. She'll wait up for me to give me a kiss goodnight when it's like 11:30. Go to bed.
Yeah. You know what I did a couple weeks ago? I went to New York City. Was out till about 2:00 in the morning, just chilling out, waiting for the train at Penn Station. Came home. And then had nothing else to do because there was no one waiting for me.
Is that what this podcast is going to be?
That one backfired on me.
It's just going to be like, okay, your life's great and my life sucks.
No, trust me.
My life does not suck.
Whoa, I never said it did. There's a lot of stuff about single life.
Am I internalizing right now?
I think so. I'm going to have to start paying you for the time. Pay you for an hour, only charge you for 45 minutes. There's a lot of stuff about single life that doesn't really work out too well. Mm-hmm. Like, for example, I get to go to bed whenever I want. But I'm the only one in the bed. So you got that one there.
They do have services for that. And, I mean, there's that doll there. I don't know. The plastic doll in the corner.
That one?
Vicky? So.
Dare you, sir. Leave her alone. That was a gift.
That's disgusting.
But as we go along in this journey, trust me, we're gonna flip flop between.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not concerned about that. I think this is like I said, this is a nice little experiment we have here. My zipper's open. I don't know how that.
Well, and you're playing with it.
I'm just hoping. I just came from Dunkin' Donuts. I hope that my zipper wasn't open there, because then
that's why you got that free donut.
Here's your French Krella. French stick.
That's Bear Claw.
Is that what they're called? I don't even know.
No, Bear Claw is the
sudden interruption.
Oh, here we go. Favorite donut?
No. Yes. Favorite donut?
Well, favorite donut is the Dunkin' Donuts with the chocolate frosted with the sprinkles on top.
The sprinkles on the side?
Yeah, it's like in one little part. Yeah.
Okay. You should listen to Brian Regan's bit on that.
Oh, really?
He calls it the Sprinkly Schmitz for psychos like you. Our favorite donut. Okay, good.
Cool.
It's good. It's not the old fashioned.
No, I just wanted the old fashioned because I'm trying to watch the intake, the carbs.
So wait. Okay, I'm sorry. I have to stop you there. A donut is nothing but a giant carb with a hole in it.
But I haven't had dinner yet.
That was your dinner?
That was my dinner.
Milk and a donut.
Yeah. And
See,
actually half a donut right now.
Single. This is what's great about being
Well,
single.
3/4 of a donut.
This is what's great about being single. That's what you could have for dinner. I have a balanced dinner.
I wish I had a balanced dinner. I mean,
Well,
I finally moved the microwave off the oven, so now I have my oven back.
I've been trying to teach you how to cook for 15 years now.
Probably. I mean, I can teach you how to make a mean chicken palm, but beyond that,
You didn't make that chicken.
I did make. Stop it! I
That's
did
the
make
next
that
episode.
chicken.
Next episode. That's next.
Okay,
episode.
that's fine with me. Bring it.
Um,
But I got frozen salmon. I got frozen chicken patties. No, like chicken burgers.
frozen salmon.
Well, yeah, I gotta thaw it out and then I can cook it.
All right.
I got the frozen chicken patties.
Okay.
It was only about a year ago I was
bought
ordering
them?
Domino's every week. That's the problem with single life. You do learn what an expiration date is all about.
frozen. Wait, chicken patties, not chicken cutlets.
No, like a chicken burger.
A breaded chicken patty.
No, it's like a chicken burger. It's not breaded.
Chop chicken.
Chop chicken chop.
Chi-
Chop chicken.
Chop meat. That's
chicken?
chicken.
I guess.
It's already in the
It's
form
a-
of a patty.
Yeah. Just throw it in the oven. It actually tastes pretty good, to be honest
In
with
the
you.
oven.
And I also have single serving vegetables. That you know like when you get like the pears.
You need a woman in your life.
Right, very much so.
Ladies, his name is Larry. He's got nice, straight, brown, grayish hair.
That gray came in a long time ago.
Yeah, he's got a few extra pounds, but nothing too bad. Looks good.
Wow.
He's like a mix of Kevin Smith and
Exactly.
Look, he's a nice guy. He comes from a good family. Ladies, if you're looking for like a family that'll love you, his parents are fantastic. And he's you need a lady. You do.
You know what's fun when women tell me how good I am.
You've been friend zoned.
Oh, from a lot of
Story of my life.
them. A lot of them.
I still don't know how I got my wife, because I was the king of the friend zone.
Take my wife, please.
I actually have a star on the friend zone Walk of Fame, beginning and the end.
I don't know. They just look at me, and it's already a friend zone.
I wish I could meet a guy just like you. If I tell you how many times I want to hit, there's about 12 women that I want to hit in the head with a shovel. Okay, but the good thing is, Larry.
You found the one.
No, whatever. Okay. But on Facebook, all these girls that turned me down,
Oh, boy.
single.
Ah, see?
Who's the idiot now?
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
You are. But that's
I
okay.
laugh at them.
No, I'm kidding.
I laugh at those 42-year-old women
Oof.
who still can't get a man who turned me down.
Good Lord.
Because you're such a nice guy. I'm going to date the asshole
Yep.
because you're too nice. Could you give me a ride?
Sure.
Sure.
No problem.
Okay.
I can move that for you.
Okay, I'm going to drop you off at the guy's house. You're going to bang, and I'm going to go home and jerk it because I'm a loser. But now I'm married and you're single. Goodbye.